Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Joe, and in this video we're going to be modeling this fire hydrant right here. It's going to be a slightly tricky one just because of the combination of the cylinders. We're going to be doing a lot of boolean and cleaning up the boolean, making sure that we can have bevels in these joints right here where the cylinders are intersecting with each other. And I think if we can fix that, we actually have gotten through like 60% of the work. So I'm just going to clear out the scene and I'm going to add in a cylinder. I think its two sides will be perfect for this. So we have this, and I think this length is good. I'm just going to come to the front view right here. And I know that this cylinder right here, I want it to occupy from here to maybe here. So I just want to just get an approximate number for the number of edges there. From the count down here, we'll see that it is 9 edges. So what that's going to do for me is going to inform the cylinder I'm going to add into the scene. I'm going to use that to control the number of vertices I'm going to have on that cylinder. So we know that from here all the way down here is 9. So without counting the vertex here and the vertex here, we know that minus those two, we have 7 vertices here. So we have 9 plus 2 to make this circle here. That's 9 plus 2 is 16. So the cylinder I'm going to be adding into the scene is going to have 16 vertices. So I'm going to include that into the scene. I'm going to scale it down, and when we get right to this edge, we see that okay, we are around that area. So that's cool, and I'm going to GY bring that out of the circle a little bit. So I'm going to be using hard ups just to be able to quickly do booleans and mirror the object really quickly. I'm going to join this two with the boolean union, and now we have this two. I'm just going to go into the layer modifier stack right here and commit that boolean. So the cutters that I have, I'm just going to delete that, and now we can do a little bit of cleanup right here. So we know that this vertex, we are the exact same point, so we don't need to clean this up. But the one we need to clean is this one. We know that we want to make this so come together, but I don't want to make this vertex go and meet this here, because we would, if I go at last, we'll see that here is way smaller than this edge right here. So instead of doing that, I will just merge at center. Same as this, I'll merge at center here. Merge at center still gives you the difference, but it's not as much as when you merge at last. So I'm just going to merge at center right here, and I think we are cool with that. I think I can mirror to the other side right here. Can I? Yes. Yes, I think I can mirror, and I'll just commit that mirror. And then since I have that mirror to that side, I'll mirror that to the other side too. So I'm just going to apply that mirror also. So this is cool, and I'm going to delete this vertex. I want to delete these faces up here also. So I'm going to delete those faces just like so. And I want to make sure that the vertex on this side is also joined. So these are two different vertices right here. It's going to be a problem when we start beveling. So I'm just going to select this, select the outer one. Like this, select the outer one, and we can merge at last. And I'll just mirror this and apply that mirror. So we have a clear mesh. I can select this edge, and just run a bevel through that just like so. So with this now, I can apply a subdivision to it, and we have a cool and nice looking mesh. So I want to create this front head right here. What I'm going to do next is to select this edge and maybe move it on the y-axis a little bit, and I would ES just like so, ES again, and I'll fill up that space. And just so I can get an approximate bevel for this, I can just come here and Control B just like so. I'm going to select this, and I'm going to select more just right here, Shift R, and I would duplicate that P and separate that to its own separate mesh. So I can GY on this a little bit, and with this I will just scale this up a little bit, and I know that I can turn off the subdivision and just get an approximate shape for this second part right here. I separated this part from the actual body just so that I can have this space right here. And turn on my auto smooth. I can have this space right here. So we have that. I can just insert. Oh, this insert is weird. let me apply the scale and see what's happening with that. So our inset is not working fine. So I can insert and scale that just a little bit, and I can extrude outward just like so. So we have this, is cool, is nice. Maybe I can GY a little bit, maybe not that big. And I will select this edge right here and just scale it, and I will select this edge and just bevel it. So we have this. Let me bring back my subdivision and see how that's holding up. Not holding up good because we don't have holding edges. So I'm just going to select this edge right here and just create bevels. And I know when I turn on my subdivision modifier, it holds up perfectly. So we want to create this inset right here. Just, I don't know if it's inset, but there's a detail right here I need to create. I'm just going to come right here. And in the front view, I know that I can select this right here, skip this. So basically, we're just selecting every other faces right here. I'm going to deselect all of this. They're not meant to be part of it. So what we're going to do to achieve this effect is just, we're going to insert first, and then we're going to extrude along the normal, just like so. Just slightly, and we'll just have that effect. It's not something that is so obvious. It just flows along the surface, just like so. So we have that. I'm just going to add a bevel to the end right here, and I think this is cool. What I can do now is to select this face, and I will just extrude a little bit, extrude more, and then extrude a little bit, just like so. So I'm going to insert right here, and we have this. I'm just going to insert again. And what I want to do now is to create this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 5-sided polygon to this side. And for this, I'm just going to add as a new entire mesh, and we're going to rename and decrease this to 5 sides, switch the view, and I'll scale this down just like so. So we have this, looks nice to me. I will delete this face because what I want to do now is connect this to this. So I'm just going to join these two mesh, and with this, I would be able to connect this in such a way that we are still able to preserve this polygon in the center. So I'm going to join this, fill, join this, use our F, join this, use our F, and same applies to this, and then this also. So we can now start. I think for this, I just want to reposition it in such a way that when we start beveling, it doesn't cause so much problem. So this is cool. I'm just going to bring this up just like so. And this is perfect. I'm just going to start adding vertices right here. For this, we need 2. This side we need 2. This side we need 2. This side we need 3. And this side we need 6. So right here, I will just F, fill this, F, fill this, F, fill this, F, fill that, and fill this. So this is great. What I want to do next now is probably I want to make this a lot more smaller, right? And I would extrude on the Y, just like so. So just so I don't confuse myself, I'm going to turn off that subdivision, and I want to make this even so much more smaller. EY, and I can fill that face up. What I want to do next is select this edge, and I'll bevel it, just like so. So with this now, if I turn on the subdivision, we see that the polygon right here is being affected by the subdivision a bit more than we want. So what I want to do is to turn that off, and I want to select these edges right here so that we can preserve these edges from the subdivision by adding a bevel to that. And then let's select this edge. So I think we have all the edges. I'm just going to bevel slightly, just like so. So this is cool. I can turn on the subdivision now, and we see that our shape holds up. But what I want to do is to make sure the bevel is big enough and it's soft. I thought I was seeing some artifacts here before, but I'm no longer seeing it. because this, I was expecting some artifacts on this. If you are seeing bevel in your own model, you can just merge this to last so that it spreads the tension across a much larger surface area, and it's not limited to just this area right here. So, but for me, this is cool for now. And I think there's a shape down here that I will need to create, but I will use this as a reference. So what I need to do, I'm looking at this now, it looks bigger than what's in the reference. So I'm going to select all of this, select this edge and GY in just a little bit. So we have that. I'm just going to select this and I'm going to bring this up like this, just like so. Just like so. So we have this. I'm going to select this edge and select this, and I'm going to select this also. So with this, we know that I can add an edge here and just select all through like so. All through like this. And in order to create that effect, I want to bevel, right? And I want to delete these faces right here. So I'll just turn off that subdivision so I can see what I'm doing. Delete these faces, and with these faces right here, I will just go to the front view and maybe I'll add another edge right here, and I can delete this face also. So I can just select this face, come back to the view, and I would easy like so, easy again, and another E right here. So I just want to make sure I time this in such a way that I can create this rounding right here. There's a fall off, a curve right here. So I know that I can select this two and bring it down G to this vertex, and I can bring this up like so to create that effect. Let me Ctrl Z and I can GZ right here, and I can GZ right here also. So right here we have this. I can add a loop right here and G, just so we have that rounding off. So I want to start connecting vertices to make up that shape. What I would do is I'll probably select this and GZ just like so. And with this, I can select this, select this, select this, select this, and and F to fill. I don't think it's lining up the way I want. What I want to do now is bring this GG right here, and I'll put an edge right here, and I can select this for fill. And with this, I'll add another edge right here, and I'll select this for and fill. Then this, I can just fill like so. No? Okay, maybe I'll just select these 4 edges and fill. So we have that looking good and nice. Let me see if I can mirror this to the other side. Rather than doing that again, nope. Can I mirror? Yeah, I think we're good on that. So what I want to do next now is I'm just going to quickly select this edge, this. I'm just going to add a bevel to it to tighten it up. So I will just select these edges like this, and with this selected, I can just bevel like so. I think it's beveling correctly except this part, and I think I didn't select it. So we have a bevel that looks good. I want to add this part to the bevel also, so we can bevel just like so. So I can turn on my subdivision and see how that holds up, but there's an issue here, and I think it's a normal issue that's fixed. Okay, so I just needed to turn the auto smooth on that to fix it. So what I want to do next is just to create the circle. If you look at this, you see that this is a small circle right there. So I'm just going to arrange this in such a way that sets me up to select that circle perfectly. So we have this GG right here, GG and GG. Just rearrange this slightly, and now I can select this. Let me just mirror this to the other side and apply that mirror. I can select this and select in the other side also. So I can insert just like so, But before I do that, let me apply the scale, insert, and then I can convert that to a circle. So that circle selected, I can just reduce based on individual origin using that as a pivot, and I can scale on the z-axis. And we have a nice circle here. What I want to do is just delete those faces, and I can select this edge and maybe bridge between, and it's calm. What I want to do now is bevel those edges. So I'll select loop and select boundary loops, and those loops I'm going to bevel those just like so. So we have this set and it's working, it's nice. I'm just going to go to the second part right here. So what we're going to do for this, just the same method that we used to create that, we're going to create this. Only thing is that we don't want it to occupy 9 sides. We want it to occupy a smaller amount of edges. So for this, I count 6. So we have 6 on this side. So I would need a 12-sided cylinder. I'm going to orient it to align it to view, scale down, and I will GZ right here. And somewhere around this line, I'm going to make this last little stop. So we know that I can GX just like so. I think this is a little bit too high. So I want to bring that down right here. So I can select this 2 and Q to create a union between the both. I will apply that boolean and delete the cutters. I won't be needing those. So I know that this one is perfectly in place, but these ones might need to be merged at center. So I'm going to select this, merge at center, select this, merge at center. I think these 2, there are even 3 vertices here. So I want to merge at last right here. And for these 2, I'll merge at center, and these 2 at center. I'm going to go around the circle because I can't apply a mirror modifier right now. I don't want to mess up the entire geometry. So I'm going to merge at center, these 2 at center. I think this I'm going to do merge at last. And then these 2 at center, this right here at center. So this is cool. I'm going to select this loop, and what I want to do next is just, I'm going to bevel this. Let me add the scale to that and bevel again. So this is nice, this holds up. I'm going to turn on my subdivision, and I think it works, save for the face that I want to delete right now. I can shade smooth, and it's perfect. So I'm just going to create basically the same thing that I created in the other one. I'm going to, let me GX this in a little bit. This needs to be significantly smaller. And I'm going to ES one more time. ES, and I want to fill that. So basically ES is just extruding along the surface. And for this, I just want to create a bevel to just hold that up, just like so. And I'll select this face. I'll go to select, and I want to just select more. Shift R, just like so. And I will shift DX. Separate that selection, and I'll use this to create this face right here. So I'm just going to turn off that subdivision modifier, and I would extrude right here. I would insert. Is that insert good? Insert is good. I can extrude further to create a bigger one. And with this selected, I can go to select boundary loops. No, it's not selecting. I'll just select this loop manually, and I'll bevel. So this is cool. I'm going to shift R. So recalculate the normals. I can select this edge, select this edge right here. And what I want to do is bevel this. So what I want to do now is cool. I can shade this smooth. I think its subdivision on this needs to be higher, but I can't go any higher than this for now. So what I can do now is to create that same effect that we created here. Oh, there's a problem. Immediately I mirror modify. No, I'm not going to mirror. Thank you. So I'm just going to create the same effect here. I'm going to do that same thing here. I want to select this and select this, just every other one. So I can insert just like so. And I'll extrude at a normal. So I'll just hold this up to the edge. And I think this is cool. I'm just going to select this face, scale it just like so. I'm going to create that exact same thing here. So I'm going to extrude and holding, and extrude the main one, and extrude another holding. And I can insert that one time and insert again. And I want to create this shape in the center right here. So I'm just going to call the cursor to this point, delete that face. I'm going to come bang on to the side view right here, and I'm going to introduce, what shape is that? I think that's the same polygon that we did, the 5-sided one. So I'm going to bring in a 5-sided polygon. I'm going to bring in the circle, and it's 5-sided already. And I'm going to change that align to view, and I can merge these two together. So with this polygon selected, it's not selected. So with this polygon selected, I can scale this down just like so. Come to the front view, and I can select this, join, or F to fit the bolts, and F right here also. F on this side. We're going to F on this side and F on this side. So this is cool. I'm going to add 2 edges here. Control R, add 2 edges, add one, add one, add one. I will extrude one on the x-axis, the holding, extrude one on the x-axis, the main one, and extrude another holding. So what I can do now is just fill this face, and this should be good to go, but it's not, because I need to bevel this so that it holds up against the subdivision. So I can select this edge, select this right here. So with this, I can just bevel. And now when I turn on the subdivision, it's perfect. What I just want to do is just bevel this part. But then there's a weird thing going on here. What I can do is just try to align that a little bit. No stretching. Stretching is not allowed here. So with this done, I can just, maybe I want to mirror this to the other side. Hope nothing is affected. I can mirror that perfectly to the other side, no issues. So this is cool. This is nice. I'm going to come to the top right here and start working on this part. So for this, I'm going to GZ, just like so. And I'm going to ES. Apply the scale. I'm going to ES along the surface. I think this should be bigger. Turn off our subdivision. And I can EZ just like so. And I can ES. Maybe I want to scale that down a little more. And I can EZ. And I can fill that face. So what I want to do now, select that edge and just bevel it like so. Just like so. Clamp that. So this is cool, but I feel like this top needs to be a bit longer. So I'm going to select this top and I'll GZ just like so. And we have this set up. I'm just going to select these edges like this and I'll bevel them. Let's bevel before we start creating this detail. So this detail, what it looks like to me is we have one step where we're going to have an extrusion right here. This is one of the extrusion, and we have another that will bevel and have another extrusion, just like so. So with all of this selected, I'm looking to, let's select boundaries, loop for this, select this loop, select this. And what we just want to do is just create bevels right there so that when we turn on our subdivision, it's going to look good. So we can turn on subdivision and everything holds up perfectly. So for this top, there's a shape right here. I think it's visible on this one better. So I can select this vertex right here. Maybe go to the side view, select that vertex and just delete it. So with this, I can select this edge, scale down a little bit, and I can fill the face. Or I can just ES, GZ right here, and I can just EZ on the Z axis. So that's calm. I want to create this effect right here, really similar to the former one that we did. I would just select, I'll select faces like this and skip every 2 faces. So we're skipping like this, just like so. We have made the selection. I'm just going to insert, and I will extrude along the mouse slightly. So we have that shape. I can just come to this top part right here, select this, duplicate that, separate that selection, and I can scale like so, and I can easy scale that, and I can come to the top view, ES, and I can fill. So this is great. Something I want to do is ES, or no, I can ES here, and I can easy just like so. So I can bevel this, Control B, select this right here, and maybe something I want to do is GZ a little bit, and I can bevel this just like so. So we can bring in a circle, turn that to the view, and we can just make it 4 sides, which is going to make it a square. And with this now, I can just connect the both of them. I can J, and we can select this F to connect, F to connect, F to connect, and then F to connect. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 vertices. So I'm just going to add 7 vertices basically to this side. Select this right here, connect, select this, connect. So we have this perfect shape right here. I can easy, but I want to fill the face. I can E holding, I can hit E the main one, I can E another holding. And with this, I can just GZ right here, select this face, and just bevel that like so. Okay, this is great. I think I'm pretty much done with that part, except of course we have some knots right here. So I'm just going to come to this view right here, select this edge. I'm going to select this edge, bring cursor to selected, and I'm going to bring in this cylinder. So the cylinder is going to be a 6-sided cylinder. I'm going to just use that for the knots, basically. 6-sided, used for the knots. So I'm going to scale on the Z-axis, scale down, and S Shift Z, just like so. I think this is great. So what I want to do is Shift D, S Shift Z. I want to duplicate that to the down part because we also have the knot on the down part also. And I can select it all, apply my scale, and what I want to do is just bevel this. Easy. So with this now, I can go to the top view, move my cursor to the center of the scene, and I can Shift DR, but it's doing the individual origin. I want to change this pivot points to 3D cursor. I can do Shift DR, and we can rotate by 45 degrees and just repeat that along. So this is perfect. It works really fine. I love it. I probably want to come to the front view, select this edge, GZ, and then select this, put one in between. And with this selected, I can insert first. I can right click, circle, scale down that circle. And with this, I will just select this vertices right here and delete them. Maybe including this one also. And I can just select this entire set, GZ, and duplicate it downward. So I can just rotate this by say 180 degrees. And I can select this edge and just bridge between the both of them, just like so. So the twist is going to need some adjustment. I'm going to twist it, and it's adjusted perfectly. So we have the effect that we need on this side. What I can do next now is create this. There's a bulge right here, and I almost missed that part. So I want to just quickly create that. I can bring this down like so, and I can add a loop right here. Let's say we can scale that just like so, and then bevel it. So that's cool. I'm going to turn off the subdivision right here so we can see properly. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to slide this edge above just like so. Just slide it above lightly. And what we're going to do to this now is select this and just create a basic extrusion. We are going to select loop, select boundary loop, and I can bevel this just like so. Bevel. And this is cool. This is cool. This is calm. All right, so we've achieved the desired effect. What I want to do now is I'm going to come to the top view. That part is going to be fast forwarded because I had to do a little bit of tinkering to make sure I join the vertices properly. So I'm going to EZ right here, and I'm going to ES, and I'm going to EZ all the way down to this part. I'll turn off that subdivision so we can see what we are doing. And on this side right here, I can see that my circle is not balanced. I can Shift D, Shift Z, 0. Maybe I'll delete this vertex and I'll just use my loop tool and click circle. And with this, I can easy. So this is good. So what I can do now is come here. I can bevel that just like so. And maybe I want to extrude along the mouse like this. So that's cool and calm, but the knots from the top, we want to bring it down here. Before I do that, I'll just close the bottom of this, and I'll ES, and I'll fill that. Shift D, Z, we're going to bring this knot down here, and just position it in such a way that it also works for this. I'm going to scale, and I'm going to rotate on the Z-axis. Let's bring the origin to geometry and we'll rotate on the Z-axis just like so. I want to select all and maybe scale on the Z just like so. So this is great. I think we're pretty much done with this, except of course I want to create this chain. So for the chain, we need to create a hook up here first. So I'm just going to come to the side view. I'm going to select all of this and I'll GY or GX. We're going to bring this out. I'll select this and bring this in here. I'll select this edge and I want to extrude along the mouse and extrude along the mouse. So that edge, I can bring the cursor to that point. And I know that, let me bring in a holding edge here. I know that on the side view, I can bring in a circle to that point. A circle of 32 sides, change that to my view, and I can bring this down just like so. So I know that I can now come here and with my proportional editing turned on, I can GZ just like so. I can scale this part like this, and these two parts I can just scale. I can scale this two part down like this. And then we can bring this part up just like so. So with this now, I know that I can select this and GZ. I will probably want to convert this to a curve. And with this curve, we want to add more depth to it. So with this, we have created this hook, but it's not really so the same. I can just bring this in. I can select all of this and GZ, and I can scale this GZ just like so. So I think this hook is perfect. I'm not going to shade smooth, and the same hook that I've created for this, I want to create on this side. And I can come to this view right here, and with this selected, I can construct that hook basically. So I can G right here, extrude, 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 extrude. I can bring this to this point, extrude, just like so. And I can bring origin to geometry, scale that down, scale it on the z-axis, and I can just basically hook it on this point right here. Or just scale it and GZ. And I probably want to give this a bit more depth. And I can G into space just like so. So we have created the bolt hook that is needed. Now we just need to create connecting chains. So for this, I'm going to select this right here, and I'm going to bring cursor to that point, and I'm going to bring in a box. With this selected, I'm going to merge all at center, and on the side view right here, I'm just going to extrude. I'm going to extrude again, extrude this, extrude right here, and stop the extrusion right here. So I'm going to add a subdivision to that, and then I'm just going to convert to a curve. Now we have that curve. We're going to just create a chain that's going to follow that curve. I'm going to bring in a torus primitive, and maybe I'll put that on, let's put it on 16. Oh no, I'm going on 12. I'm going to come to the top view, select that, and I can EX to create one part of it, and I can select all, Shift DX and RX 90. I can select all the bolt and just inflate it to give the metal some thickness, just like so. And with this selected, I can just scale down, and I can just use this. There's an add-on called Bagapie. With that, you can easily just make things follow a certain way on the curve. The curve system in Blender is really messed up, so it's something I really use to help my workflow rather than taking time trying to tinker with it. So with this, I can just align the vector to 0, and I can just rotate 5.05. I'm just going to rotate this into position like so, and I'm going to increase the length just like so. For this, I want to make this slightly smaller, just a slightly smaller chain, and I think this is cool. What I would just want to do is duplicate this to the other side, that chain hook. I also want to duplicate this hook to the other side. So just basically using the mirror function of hardOps. So we see that this is not connecting properly here. What I can do is select this chain and just apply our geometry node, but our geometry node is not applying because we need to add a realize instance node to this, and we can apply our geometry node. And I will just correct this manually, basically. So I can L, come to my side view, and just rotate this into place, just like so. Rotate this L, rotate into place. So this is great. I'm just going to come here and mirror to the other side, and we have the chain on the other side also. I think we're pretty much done with this. I probably will just go through it again. Especially this part, I'm still seeing something weird going on here. I'm going to clean it up, and I'm going to share with you guys later. So that's it, guys. So long, and honestly, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.